Three, two, one. Hey, it's Wild Josh, and I'm joined by Chase and Joa, and we just finished watching the Cruella trailer, and we're going to talk about it. Now, let's get geeky. So, um, the Cruella trailer came out just a couple days ago, and we decided to just watch it. And I honestly was not like, I was kind of like, this is kind of stupid that this movie is even existing. But after watching the trailer, it's kind of interesting a little bit. It's definitely darker than I was anticipating.
I mean, it's about a woman
For a
who wants
Disney
to murder
movie.
puppies. I don't know what you expect.
Well, I mean, it's Disney as well. So, but it reminded me more of like a Joker movie than anything.
That's what I was about to say. Honestly, this doesn't feel like Disney to me. This feels like somebody made a spoof of the
This is
101 Dalmatians.
Yeah, Harley Quinn takes over Disney movies.
Yeah. It's
I guess I could see
strange
that.
to me. Like I find it funny how it said like at the end it said this film is not yet rated. I'm just like, wait, you mean it's not rated R yet? That's what it seems like it's
Yeah.
gonna be to me. It's like,
Yeah, I can see that.
this looks like
Although they didn't go
this
that
looks
route with
like
the
one of
other one they
Mickey
did,
Mouse
right?
movies.
With Angelina Jolie. That one was.
Maleficent, yeah. Emma Stone,
Maleficent.
though, is a great actress, so I
Mhm.
like the casting choice. But
It's interesting. I think this movie is going to be sold on that casting.
Yeah, you're probably
it's
right.
possible. Joa, you were saying something before the podcast about books.
Yes. So, have you seen that meme that's been going around lately? The passive tone. I loved your book. Aggressive tone. Your book was loved. Passive aggressive tone. I loved the fact that you felt the need to write a book.
I love the fact that you felt the need to make Cruella a movie.
That's what this is to me. It's like it's not really necessary in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's not at all.
I would agree with that, but I don't think it was the worst trailer ever either. Like, as far as trailer goes.
In terms of trailer, no, because we just had a video that came out of Kong versus Godzilla. So this is a huge step up.
I'm surprised you went that way instead of saying we just had a video that came out that's doing really, really good on Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry was fantastic. I loved that. That was a good trailer.
I'm just gonna say here, between Cruella and Tom and Jerry, I'm looking forward more to Tom and Jerry. That's partially just my bias, but at the same time, Tom and Jerry makes more sense as a movie, where this is like a Disney villain who didn't really need any backstory.
I mean,
You know?
I think because Maleficent did well, I think that's why they kind of wanted to do it. It'll be interesting to see though, because I don't know. I feel like it's hard to make a movie about, like you said, Joe, somebody who's so irredeemable. Like,
Yes. Like, doesn't she end up getting put through like a meat grinder or something at the end of
yeah,
the movie?
it's like it's dark.
Like that's
At the end of
it's a
101
very
Dalmatians,
dark
it's-
Disney
it's-
movie for kids.
Well, because isn't it? It's probably a
Those are
grim
good
tale.
It's funny
Originally,
because my
but-
family really, really loved the 101 Dalmatians
Oh,
story.
absolutely! As a kid, I
growing
loved
up.
it. Yeah.
And to the point that we actually had a Dalmatian. So, yeah, my family, I'd say my family, my mom and my sister just really fell in love with that story. So I've seen 101 Dalmatians about 1,000,000 times.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
same.
maybe that's why, I don't know, I'm a little bit more interested in it than you guys. I don't know. But
Yeah,
to me, it kind of, I was not, before watching the trailer, I had no interest in it. But after watching the trailer, I thought it was a pretty good trailer. I still don't know really much of what is going on after it. Like, there's still a lot of question marks in my head. And I'm like, I kind of want to see this.
Yeah.
I thought she was like this well-to-do lady, but I get
One of
the feel from that trailer that she's like kind of trying to make it in
make
the
her
world.
way, yeah.
Yeah,
One thing
yeah.
I didn't like though is I feel like the story could have been a lot more grounded, but then they have like shades of Hunger Games where her dress literally like catches on fire and transform into another thing. I'm like, literally, Hunger Games did that. Like this, you're using the same special effects.
I guess I see what you're saying, but you know what it
But
showed me is a reason as to why she went the route she did, because she somehow made it by impressing people with what she was wearing.
mm-hmm.
So it's like, how far are you going to go to try to stay relevant in that group? So I guess to the point where you feel the need to skin 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah, it's. I feel like she needs her own mental institution. Like it's.
I think that's where this movie is going. Like,
Yeah.
doesn't it look like at the beginning that she's in one?
Yeah, kind of. When she was standing at the mirror, you mean? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't. It's weird because this movie seems to be like giving two different impressions of the character. Where like one side she's among this elegant class, and the other side it's
Yeah, I feel like they.
the complete opposite.
I feel like they're doing the elegant to try and get you to root for her, but it's hard when, like, you know. I don't know. You know that she's
It's
a
like
terrible
what they
person.
do. It's like what they tried to do with like Joker in that a while ago, that like standalone Joker movie. It's like, this is an irredeemable villain who is completely insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you want to make us root for this villain now. I don't know. Like, I personally, villains are the best part of stories for me.
You
when
can't
they're
have a
done
good story without
properly.
a good villain.
Can't have a good story without a good villain. And Cruella was a good villain in 101 Dalmatians, but I don't see that villain being the center of her own story.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I feel like. Oh, sorry, I didn't cut you off.
no worries.
I was.
I've been listening
Awkward.
to yeah, I know. I've been listening to like the Thrawn audiobook lately, and it's like that's a villain that makes sense in his own story, where it's like this is a character who has his own motivations and his own desires, his own goals. Cruella, it seems, just her motivation is just becoming more powerful and more respected,
Yeah.
which isn't really that interesting a plotline to me.
I was gonna say, I feel like a couple years ago at D23, which is the Disney convention where they kind of release all the news and stuff, that they said they were going to be doing a series of villain stories. I think Maleficent 2 was the first one, which they did, and Cruella was mentioned, and I feel like Ursula was mentioned as well from Little Mermaid as being one that they might do as well. So I feel like this was something that kind of warned us was coming, but it just kind of like slipped to the back of my mind that it was
I
even
feel
gonna
like
ever happen.
Ursula at least has like way more of a backstory to like go through than Cruella does.
That's the thing. I could see the like Maleficent being given a backstory, but I can't really see it with either Ursula or Cruella. Like, they're more standalone.
I think for me it's because Ursula is like older and she like has a potential to have a story as to how she got where she is, but
Right.
at least with this Cruella that they're painting, it's younger than I always picture from the 101 Dalmatians movie, where she's like this like old woman. Emma Stone is not an old woman, so it's like very interesting timing, I guess.
It's strange
But
to me.
yeah, but she's all about fashion. At least Ursula was like, I don't want to say a witch, but she was like cursing people, I guess, and taking away their abilities. She had powers of some sort, like.
Yeah. It seems too that they're focusing on the villains that are villainesses more than villains, you know? And are we going to get like Scar? Are we going to get Jafar? Some of these villains from trying to think of some other Disney villains, and I'm kind of drawing a blank, but
It's
funny coming up with.
It's funny you mentioned Scar and Jafar, because I just made this connection like just a few seconds ago. Is anyone else seeing the trend that Disney's doing lately with these movies?
Live action movie, then villain.
First, they do live action remakes of the originals, and now they're on the villain trend, where it's like they're following the stories of the villains of each of those older classics. Like, I think they're running out of ideas.
I think they're realizing, that some of their older stuff maybe was doing better.
They're jumping onto another.
It'd be interesting. One thing that I would have thought they could have done is at least let's make this a bit of a different story, modernize it. Like, don't have this set in the old school. And I feel like they could have done that with the other like live action stuff that they've done too. I don't know. I feel like it would at least give it a new spin. So that way you're not really retrending that same movie, and it kind of gives people a reason to watch it, whereas people are like, oh, you're just doing the live action. It's literally the same exact story. I mean, you can change it up a little bit. It's still the same thing, but I don't know. That's one of the reasons I liked BBC's Sherlock, is because it was Sherlock in the 21st century. He had his phone, and he was going on computers, and like there were all these different elements to the Sherlock stories. But I don't know.
You bring a good point there. I agree with that. I think that Cruella would be a more interesting retelling as opposed to a prequel.
Yeah.
No, it's like I'd be more interested, I think, in a modern day Cruella because that, unfortunately, as it may seem, it is kind of a normal thing nowadays to have people going insane like that. You know, I could totally see Cruella's original name being Karen.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I'm sorry if your actual name is Karen, anybody watching this.
I'm not.
But most of our viewers are men. It's like that M&M's commercial from the Super Bowl. I'm sorry your name is Karen.
My name's not Karen. Wait, no.
My name is Karen.
I'm sorry I called you Karen.
My name is Karen. I'm sorry your name is Karen. Oh my goodness, that was the best commercial of the Super Bowl. M&M's won in my book.
Oh yeah. Oh, they did it. They outdid themselves with that one. We're off topic now.
Who cares?
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I guess it's kind of a taker.
What was the date on it, Josh? It was May 28th? May 21st?
May 28th.
May 28th, 2021.
May 28th, 2021.
But I didn't
as far
see anything.
As we know.
Yeah, I didn't see anything saying if it's releasing direct to Disney Plus because news just dropped today, at least in our area, that Cinemagic, one of the movie theaters, is shutting down permanently.
Permanently?
I'm pretty sure that's what the news said. Is they were changing the temporary shutdown to permanent. Let me see if I can pull this up again real quick.
Wow,
I heard that. That's new news. Yeah, it's 28th of May.
That's crazy because
I thought it was just going to be until like this was all over.
That place was my childhood.
I don't know.
I'm sad now.
I can't find.
I don't know any other movie theaters in the area.
That's crazy.
My goodness.
Now I'm gonna have to Google that. But
yeah.
Same here.
Yeah, I wonder if it is going straight to Disney Plus. I don't see any information saying for certain on their IMDb.
Cinemagic Theaters closing all its cinemas in New Hampshire, Maine, and Massachusetts. Cinemagic announces temporary closures to become permanent.
My goodness.
So.
What's going to be left when things reopen?
AMC. It's going to be AMC and
Regal
Chunky's.
Still there?
Regal
still
might
around,
be.
Right?
That's crazy.
Is Regal owned by Cinemagic though?
I don't think so. They're their own thing.
I don't know, but yeah. So we'll have Regal, AMC, and Chunky's Cinema Pub.
We'll always have straight to Disney Plus.
Or straight to Disney Plus.
I'm gonna miss that place.
Yeah. I'm guessing if things open up, someone will buy that. That's a brand new theater. It's not that old, is it?
No, it's 10 years?
Yeah.
It's been around for a long time, as far as I can remember.
That's new. In terms of like building age, 10 years is new.
Like the one up in Hooksett has what is it called? IMAX theater and everything. Yeah.
Wow. Crazy world we live in.
Yeah.
Yep. So
off topic again.
Off topic, but I guess that's really it. I mean, where are we gonna watch it if it comes out? That's the question. If it comes
your
out
couch
to Disney Plus, then I guess that's a good option. But all right, well, that's all I have, and let us know what you think about Cruella, the trailer, in the description, or not in the description, but in the comments. And be sure to subscribe so that you get all our new content when it comes out. And until next time, there's an explanation, of course. You see, I'm a terrible person.
You may have won the battle, but I've won the war, Rogue.